Hey y'all, coming to you from our camper, and as you can see, our slide is in. We're having some trouble with this slide and a cable that is fraying. So what I wanted to do was talk today about some common maintenance things that we do on our rig to keep it hopefully running perfectly fine going down the road. Sometimes stuff happens, like a cable frays, and we are not going to take the chance of putting the slide out and it not being able to come back in. So as you can see, Rusty will pan this way a little bit. We can't really get into our living room. We have to step over. So we are only using some of our rig this fall, which is okay, but here are some maintenance things that we do to try to keep our rig running as best as possible. Okay, so first of all, a couple things that we do on the inside, which is my area. That's my job to keep the inside clean. So after every trip, just about every trip, now the fall's a little bit different because we're in the rig every 4 days and we're gone every weekend. So it's like, Friday through Sunday, then we're home Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then we're back out in the rig. So I don't sweep and clean and do it all that every single time. But most of the time I am sweeping. I don't mop every time, but sweeping and cleaning the bathroom and making sure that there's no food left out. Just your common things to keep critters and everything else from getting inside, and also just keeping things looking nice, I just use a Swiffer duster and I dust everything, and then Clorox wipes to wipe down everything, including like our leather furniture and things like that. We found that it just keeps the camper looking nice, and the day I trade it in for a new one, it'll look really nice. All right, so outside the rig, this is Rusty's area, but somebody doesn't want to be on camera today. So I'll try my best to tell you what we do on the outside. Couple of things. First, I know he greases the hubs of our wheels, which is a common thing that we know a lot of people do. We also lube up our jacks, the whole jack system down here. We have 6 jacks all the way around, so we'll lube those up. Obviously, check on these guys, your slides, make sure your cables are not frayed like ours is on the other side, and then check all the seals, keep the seals lubed up so they all come in correctly and they all seal correctly around it. The other thing that we do that Rusty's kind of a stickler on is he will take care of our roof, and he will get up there several times a year. He'll clean it off, he'll make sure all the seals around the edges are looking good, and he will make sure there's no punctures or holes or anything like that in the roof. Okay, last thing that my husband is super anal about when it comes to our rig is the cap. He is all about making sure this thing is washed and waxed at least 4 times a year. Helps keep the bugs off, even though it looks a little sketch right now. But he will definitely get the whole camper, whole rig, but especially this cap, washed and waxed at least 4 to 5 times a year. So those are just some basic things that we do to keep the rig moving correctly, and anything else that we have to do, we either take it in for service or we get a mobile service guy come out to the house and take a look. We're actually waiting on a back order part for the slide so we can get that fixed. So that's it. Quick and easy maintenance things to keep your rig rolling down the road.